listen, we got this Red Zone app, okay? We need you guys to go ahead and download that. You say you love the Chiefs. You say that this is your team, but you got to download the app. This is how you get Chiefs news from me, from Blair, from Vahe, from Sam. Like, you want to really know what's going on with your favorite football team, you need to have this app. Check it daily. You get the notifications right to your phone. It's fantastic. Every story we write, you find out about it. Like, why wouldn't you have it?
How much does it cost, Terez?
It's free.
Oh.
It's unbelievable. Isn't that remarkable?
That
it's
price
free.
again?
Yeah. Free. Free. Let's go. Download the app. Ha ha! Yes, sir. What's going on, everybody? I had to do the Gus Johnson. Ha ha. Because we just saw one of the great Super Bowls of all time. And I'm here with my man Sam Mellinger in Houston at NRG Stadium. And we thought for a quick second it'd be fun to kind of recap this game and maybe draw some parallels with the Chiefs and just talk a little football here. Sam, how you doing, my friend?
I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. So you covered some Super Bowls in your life. The older we get, you know.
You know I like it when you say that.
I know. Where's this one kind of rank in Super Bowls, man?
Like right now, like it feels like the best, you know. I'm trying to think of. I'm just going through the list here. This is the 7th I've covered. The other one the other two that really stick out is the one where the Patriots lost, where Mario Manningham made that ridiculous catch down the left sideline in Indianapolis.
Yep.
And Malcolm Butler at the goal line. I forgot where that one was, but against the Seahawks, where the Patriots won 2 years ago. I think people would talk about the 18-0 Patriots losing on the David Tyree catch, and I'm sure some old timers could go even further back than that. I know it was a blowout, but I'll never forget the '85 Bears and Fridge going over the top and all that. But I don't know, man. Like it's too early for me to say. It's the first one that ever went into overtime, and it's the biggest comeback there ever was. And it's the game where Tom Brady put just an absolute axe into whoever wants to argue that he's not the best quarterback of all time.
Like the Jack Nicholson Memorial.
Like, that was, God dang,
the Jack Nicholson Memorial axe.
That was something. That was something. That was fun. That was a hell of a lot of fun.
He's it. No quarterbacks ever won 5. That's it.
If anybody argues a different thing, you just punch him in the face now.
Yeah.
Like, you can't.
And you know what else this does, too? Like, sometimes people like to have, like, those arguments where, like, okay, you draft an all-time team, and you pick, and I pick, and blah, blah, blah. Typically, the first QB coach combination is Walsh and Montana.
Yeah.
Now it's Belichick and Brady.
Yep.
It just is.
I agree with that.
You got to go there. That's a huge thing, man.
I agree with that.
In this era of football, when it's like literally designed for everybody to be equal.
Yeah.
And you think of how the incompetent teams never win. Like, this is something, man.
To do it over a span of time that they've done it, and just the consistency. And you know what's funny to me, and maybe this isn't the best point to make right now because they just beat a team that had Thomas Dimitroff and then, for the last few years, Scott Pioli with him. But pretty much everybody that's left New England has gotten like Bill Belichick has gotten a lot of guys a lot of promotions.
Right.
And made a lot of guys a lot of money. And for the most part, they suck.
Yeah, I know.
When they no longer have Tom Brady and Bill Belichick on their side, for the most part, they suck. And Belichick and Brady have kept on doing it. One of the I guess it's not underrated because people do talk about this, but Brady, in an era where, especially in this sport, I don't think anybody should ever hold it against any football player for making as much money as they can, no matter who their supermodel wife may be.
Right.
Tom Brady takes less money. I think he was the 12th highest paid quarterback in 2016. He takes less money and gets dog cussed more than anybody else on that team by all accounts. And the message is pretty clear. Like if that guy's willing to take, less money than he's worth and more dog cussing than he deserves.
What are you doing? Right?
Yeah. And that absolutely sets the tone. It's incredible, man. I know it's easy to hate the Patriots, right? But isn't it pretty cool to know you're watching the best that ever did it? I mean, that's pretty amazing.
And to also watch it in the kind of game we just witnessed where they were done. I mean, 25 down in the second half. By any measure, you should just be done. Mm-hmm. I had my Ryan Schrader gamer ready to go.
I was asking you like it was too much Ryan Trader. I had it written. It was done.
Yeah.
We were going to show some love to the local boy.
Yeah.
And also the assistant special teams coach from Atlanta,
Yeah.
Eric Sutulovic. I hope that's pronounced that correctly. Went to Bishop Ward. I was going to give those guys some love. And then the Patriots decided to go all Jack Nicholson in The Shining and bust through the door with the, "Here's Johnny."
You know what else I noticed too? And I didn't even think about this until just now. But did you know that they kept playing? I forgot who did that song, but the "We Ready."
They did.
They kept playing that song.
They did.
And it was giving me flashbacks to the frickin' 2015 Royals,
Oh my God!
who made me
That's
control
brilliant.
alt delete more often than any team in history.
Did they really?
And I
Wow.
just did a control alt delete here too. That song.
What did you have dialed up that the Falcons won?
Oh, I was calling them. I still think that they're a fun bunch. I might still have to call them here. Because little trick of the trade. I don't actually control A delete. I control X and then control C or whatever.
That's that Mac
or V
love right there,
or whatever. But I really think
Pro.
like the Falcons are a cool study on a team that's built in a different ways. Like some risk taking in trading. I think 5 draft picks, including 2 first-rounders for Julio Jones. Nobody does that to get a wide receiver. Right. Some innovation in, I know their defense blew the lead, but that is a really fast defense. And, Thomas Dimitrov kind of coined that term, urgent athleticism. They developed Matt Ryan into an MVP. They got a lot of good things going for them. I know it doesn't feel like that right now because that is like one of the you don't get a historic comeback without a historic collapse.
This is I like to say like football is a great game. I love football and like the NFL ruins football. Like business ruins football.
Yeah.
I love to say that, but man, seeing 2 teams like play their best on the big stage or like
great.
play a game like this. Julio Jones's catch, which no one is going to remember.
Yeah.
Absurd.
We were just saying like that's one of the 10 best catches, in playoff history or whatever. And then like that is not even close to the best catch in the span of like 6 minutes in real time.
That Edelman catch,
That's
man.
impossible. There's no way he caught that. It's impossible that
The
happened.
focus.
It's
just the focus.
impossible.
He was on 3 Falcons. Like, he was laying on 3. An amazing catch.
At one point, I wish I had the video dialed up right now, but at one point it looked like the ball might have hit the ground, but it happened to like land on somebody's ankle. Did that happen? And then it was going to roll off and hit the turf, and he just grabbed it like it couldn't have been more than an inch from the turf. And as he's falling down in a scrum of like 2 or 3 bodies, that was.
This is why the NFL does what they do.
That was unbelievable.
Because they give you moments like this that make you keep coming on back.
Like
this is why you're gonna get those long commercials. And this is why they do. That's why you pay $40 for parking.
Yeah, exactly.
$70 if you're in Denver.
Exactly.
That's why they can do it to you because that was special.
That's why you put up with touchdown commercial.
That's right.
Extra point commercial,
right.
Touchback commercial.
Right.
Because it's just just in recent
no GIFs.
Yeah, exactly. Like in somewhat recent history, right? Like since when did that Tyreek catch happen? That
2008.
was 2008. So in the last 10 years, they've had, and these are just Patriots games. Actually, now that I'm thinking of it, but that David Tyree catch is like one of the best catches you'll ever see in your life. That Mario Manningham was ridiculous down the sideline.
That's right.
And then Julian Edelman,
Jermaine Kearse had one.
Yeah, Santonio Holmes in the back of the end zone. It just gives you like this game. It just gives you a lot of unbelievable moments, and that was one of them. Man, I can't believe that.
It was actually pretty cool. Like, let me go football dork here. Like, it was cool to like be writing up just from a personal standpoint. And I'm glad I'm like saying this here because if I tweeted this will get mocked.
Does it include the word ball watchers?
No, it does not.
Okay.
But like it was just kind of cool from a personal standpoint to like be writing my game story and then hearing like the Super Bowl music, in the background. Just kind of reminded me like, I'm pretty happy to be doing what I do for a living. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What a moment! Just a cool moment. I think a hell of a reminder that your quarterback better quote, "Let your nuts hang, blood," end quote. Because if you don't. If you're not winning this game.
Yeah.
Your nuts got to hang to win this one.
It required everything. It required Tom Brady's nuts hanging. And then it also required, I mean, the Falcons made some mistakes too.
Well,
like Matt Ryan can't take that sack.
His
and
retracted.
Then, and then I forgot who they called the hold on that took him out of, that they called the hold that took away a gain of 12 or something like that, pushed him out of field goal range. Like if that doesn't happen, they kick a field goal and they win the game.
Yep.
But, the defense is free to get a stop when the Patriots take over at the 9. They're free to take, be able to stop the 2-point conversion.
A 2-point conversion.
They're free to stop the Patriots from marching down for a touchdown, the first drive in overtime if they want. So, they look like there's, just like we talked about when the Chiefs lost to the Steelers and, the Eric Fisher play happened. Like that's not why they lost. And, there's not one thing. I mean, Kyle Shanahan, like if you're a 49ers fan and you're watching this game, like that's your head coach, the guy who couldn't protect a 25-point lead with an effective run game.
You know what? It was a 19-point lead at the start of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
It was a 19-point lead.
Yeah.
Like, I think this goes on Ryan too, though. Like, I'm gonna put it in the hands of the quarterback.
All of them.
Because you had Matt Ryan had the horrible fumble that really opened the door to this thing. Because the Patriots didn't get momentum until the fumble at like the 30 or something.
Yeah.
That's when it happened. And then it was like, uh-oh. And then they started playing scared because they knew, number 12 gets the ball with 3 minutes left or 8 minutes left, and you down 8. It's not good times. But the reason I made that comment about hanging, I thought it was a very amusing but true quote by Marcus Peters during the course of the game. Like,
that was interesting.
What are the odds that were, just place your odds, like percentage-wise, what was that, what are the odds that was about the Chiefs quarterback?
90?
90?
What are the odds that he ever admits that it was about the Chiefs quarterback?
Well, it's one,
I mean, he gives few damns.
He's a joker. Not a joker, but he's a wild card, I don't know.
He gives few damns.
Like 7%.
But he's
maybe.
also a pretty good teammate.
He'd never do it here. If he was in Oakland or something to the right person.
Yeah.
Like if Jeffrey Chadilla went in there or something. You never know. Michael Silver or somebody.
But, I mean, there's no way if you follow the Chiefs for any length of time, and by that I mean like more than 2 months, that you can watch the way that Alex Smith plays quarterback and look, like I still think Alex Smith is a pretty decent quarterback.
I do too.
His style, I don't mean that derisively, but there's no way that you can watch his style and not believe that was about Marcus Peters' quarterback.
I think
that was interesting.
For the record, I don't think this is a bad thing for Alex, by the way. Like, all this quarterback talk in the first round, the criticism he's gotten, like, this is good.
Yeah.
Like, let him hear it, like champions, like Tom Brady or whatever. Like, they feed off it and get better.
Yeah.
And they use it as motivation.
Yeah.
This is, like, not bad that this stuff is happening. If Alex Smith is a Super Bowl quarterback, he will be better because of what people are talking about right now. Period.
Yeah. And I do believe that, like, he has it in him. But, like, he has it in him the same way that, like, I have it in me to go get the high score at the Papa Shot machine at the Quad. Like, I might be able to do it. I'm a pretty good Papa Shot player. But chances are, if somebody put up a 160 or something like that, I'm not going to get it. Like, that's where I feel like Alex Smith is. He's like the me of Papa Shot.
You know what he need? He need like a break, like Brady got that first year in the playoffs with the Raiders, right? He'd need like, you know what he need? More of this talk all of next year, and then like some sort of break in the divisional round that he shouldn't get, that sends him to the AFC Championship game, so he feels like he's playing with house money. Like that's what it would. Yeah. That kind of helps guys get over the hump sometimes.
I see that.
It's funny because it's not funny, but I mean I don't know how you could have watched this game and assumed like, hey, you got to have a dog back there. You got to have a quarterback. Yeah. Like, even Ryan for most of this game was pretty good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah. Like,
no, I mean it's
you can't win this game without an alpha.
This game was. Yeah, this was the best quarterback, the best guy who's ever played the position against the guy who just won the MVP, who threw, like, get this, like, I looked this up. This year, and this is regular season, but Matt Ryan, 1 out of every 14 passes he threw was a touchdown. 1 out of every 77 that he threw was an interception. I mean, that is absolutely absurd.
But that's what you need in today's NFL, where you can throw the ball around like this.
Yeah. And he's got, like, he's in a good spot. Like, he has that guy to throw to, number 11.
1-1 is...
My God. And
I can't believe he lived up to all that they gave up to trade for him.
It's unbelievable.
Can you believe that?
No. It's crazy. It's crazy. That catch, I really don't, I'm more interested to hear what you think about this. But is there any other receiver in football who can make that catch that he made in the fourth quarter?
Well, he'd have to be big.
Yeah.
Because that shouldn't have been... I don't think so.
The only one I could think of is, like, Larry Fitzgerald in his prime. It wouldn't be
Calvin
Larry
Johnson
Fitzgerald now. Calvin Johnson. That's
Calvin could have made it.
Yeah.
But, like, right now, today's NFL...
I don't think
Maybe A.J. Green. Maybe A.J. Maybe.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
You know, just a rare kind of big body guy with
he's
that
gotta
body
be big.
control.
Yep.
That's about it. Nobody on the Chiefs roster is making that catch. That's for sure.
Calvin Johnson would have made it a catch, and then they would have called it a no catch.
Well, as long as that line was on the side of the helmet. If he was any other place, that wouldn't happen. But if that line's on the side of the helmet, that actually would have happened 3 rounds ago. Don't get me started. You know, I'm glad you brought up Dimitroff and Pioli. You know, do you think that? I think I know the answer to this, but like, should you feel petty if you're a Chiefs fan who took some delight in watching him like not win a Super Bowl?
No.
Pioli. Like, should you feel petty at all for being happy he didn't get it?
So, no, not at all. I would have felt like perfectly happy for Scott if he would have won, but no. He drove the Chiefs to the brink of the cliff. Like, he drove them into the rubble. He embarrassed. Like, it's one thing to be like, you know, Carl Peterson and have a good run and it just didn't work out, or to be, just a general manager who just, gave his all and it didn't work out. Sorry, guys. Like, we made some bad mistakes and we got some bad breaks, but whatever. But, he turned the Chiefs into kind of a vindictive, disconnected, just terrible place, like soul-sucking place.
He made like a lot of people's lives fairly miserable while he was here.
For the pettiest of reasons.
Yeah.
And with
Players,
the pettiest of motivations. And
the paranoia that ran rampant in the locker room.
I mean, it was sometimes things like in sports, obviously they get exaggerated, or sometimes like fans are super angry at the organization, but inside the organization it's not that bad.
Yeah.
That was the case actually in 2013 and 14 when fans were super mad at the Royals, but inside the Royals they knew, like, we need to win or else we might get fired, but they still had like a good foundation going. Mm-hmm. The Chiefs, like, inside, if anything, were worse than the outside when there were banners flying over the stadium before games and all that. And that was all Scott. And that was Scott because he let his insecurity just drive everyone crazy. And he micromanaged. He was running the PR department, because he wouldn't trust anybody. And I mean, it was just a complete mess. So no, I don't look like, again, I believe that people can change, and I believe that, people can learn from mistakes, and I don't know if Scott has or not. I'm not saying he has, but, because we don't know.
Well, I mean, we wouldn't,
But no, I mean, if I was, I wouldn't blame anybody. I wouldn't blame anybody for hoping that the Falcons go 0-16 next year. Scott Pioli said.
Well, the Chiefs were spared the indignity of beating the last 3 Super Bowl champs today, but the Falcons lost. As you can imagine, that went over really well on Twitter.
Yeah.
When we both pointed that out. A lot of vitriol, no shortage of vitriol and anger.
Yeah.
And I understand it too. Like, always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Good enough to beat the Falcons. Good enough to beat the Patriots 2 years ago. Last year, good enough to beat Denver. Then, for various reasons, they can't get the job done when it matters.
Yeah.
People in Kansas City are tired of that. Like, they want to see these guys. They just want to go to the Super Bowl, but, coming up short of the AFC Championship game again was tough to swallow.
No, it is. And even, look, if if they got to the AFC Championship and lost, there'd be a ton of disappointment. If they got to the Super Bowl and lost, there'd be a ton of disappointment.
That's right.
And nobody would say, oh, at least we made it to the Super Bowl,
That's right.
whatever.
That's right.
But, not even getting there, now going back to the place where you thought you would move past, the place where you get the bye and the home game and you still lose. In a game that, I thought the Steelers were going to win, and I thought the Steelers were the better team that night, but the Chiefs had some chances still.
Before this game, did you think the Chiefs were better than the Falcons?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
I thought it was close. Like, they went to their house and beat them.
They did.
And I thought that, I thought they were better.
Yeah.
And then I watched this game. I don't think the Chiefs would have made it this close with New England.
Yeah.
I certainly don't think they would have gotten out to a 25-point lead, even with a 2-week head start.
Yeah.
I don't think they're better than the Falcons after watching this game.
Yeah.
Even though they went in Atlanta and won by one.
They did. I mean, I
don't think they're better.
That's the ultimate scoreboard. But even setting aside, the fact that they won by the slimmest of margins, right? But even setting that aside, I think that the point isn't to be the best team on December 2nd or whenever that game was. The point is to be the best team now. And, you look at, you look at what the Falcons did, to the Packers 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Could the Chiefs have beaten the Packers? I wouldn't. No.
Yeah.
Because 12? No.
Yeah. They got a good quarterback, don't they? I don't know.
We saw what happened when Rodgers faces his defense.
Rodgers.
I know that he's throwing bullets. And don't worry, we're going to take care of you guys. Sam is going to help contribute to my All Mahomes podcast, which is coming. A lot of you guys like Pat Mahomes. I've watched 3 of his games, and it feels like 6 because of how many plays they have in Texas Tech. Sam's watched 4, I think.
Yeah, I've watched 4. But that Oklahoma game should count
was
as
insane.
6. Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that. That'll be coming within the next week. That'll be a good one. I talked to Pat Mahomes. I got Mel Kiper talking about Pat Mahomes, and you and I are going to talk about Pat Mahomes. And since we think quarterback's a real thing, I'm considering just doing one on the top 4 guys. Mm-hmm. Kaiser, Watson, and Trubisky. And, you can be as involved with that as you want. But I think that'd be fun. You know? So if you want to hear that, let me know. Tweet me or Sam or whatever. Let us know. But back to this thing as we begin to wrap up our Super Bowl. Kind of wrap up here from Houston. Watching these 2 teams play, how far away are the Chiefs from being good enough to get here? What are the areas that you think they're just not good enough yet?
Yeah, so the Chiefs, I feel like it's really easy right now to dog the Chiefs. I feel a lot of that from fans about.
That's true.
There's a lot of negativity, and I kind of feel like that team went 12-4, and
they gave you a lot of good moments this year.
Oh my God,
too.
This
was a fun year to cover.
Yeah, that was the most exciting. That was the most fun Chiefs season. I don't know how to compare the '90s, but the most fun Chiefs season in more than a decade. They're still a good team. I think there's a gap between them and the Patriots. I think there's a gap between them and the teams that you would expect to be in the Super Bowl. I don't think it's an insurmountable gap.
You know what? This is probably strange coming from me because I'm like an Alex Smith defender a little bit, but I think if you swap the quarterbacks on Atlanta, the Chiefs are a better team. You know what I mean? I think
that might be true. They got the better defense.
They got the better defense. The offense would be just as – the offense would not have Julio Jones, but that's about all that. You know what I mean? Whoa, Devontae. Oh, God, Freeman is a boss, dude.
He can play.
But I think if you swap them, I think that's enough.
Yeah. The thing, Atlanta's defense, I know statistically wasn't very good and just blew a 25-point lead.
And the Chiefs cut them up a little too now.
Of the, and could have scored more if you remember. Alex Smith missed that throw. Was that Spencer Ware down the left sideline?
Uh-huh.
But But still, it's a young defense and it's a fast defense.
They'll get better.
You would expect the Falcons to be a better defense next year.
That's right. Deion Jones, Vic Beasley, Rashid Hageman, Grady Jarrett.
Grady Jarrett. How about him today?
Grady Jarrett was a boss. He bossed up. Devondre Campbell. Mm-hmm. All those guys are like front seven guys. Mm-hmm. I just named like 5 of their 7 front 7 dudes aren't even in their primes yet. Mm-hmm. And then like the corners, like Alford with the strut into the end zone.
That was nice.
They kind of got some guys, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like that defense is going to be pretty good, I think.
They'll get better. So I don't know.
It won't be next year.
It's not a huge gap, but like it is. And I feel like me and you see pretty eye to eye about the quarterback. Like I think he's got some tools. He's got some things that he can do and all that. But like he's still there's a huge gap, I think, between him and Matt Ryan, between him and Tom Brady. Even there's a gap between him and this version of Ben Roethlisberger, who's apparently in the Brett Favre portion of his career, where he's going to threaten to retire every year. But like he needs to be like, and we talked about this, but Alex Smith, if your thing is you're going to protect the ball and not make mistakes, then you can't lose 2 games by throwing interceptions into the end zone. Yeah. And you also need to make up for some of your reluctance to take chances. One, by taking a little bit, like he'll never be Brett Favre, he should never be Brett Favre. But like throw it downfield. You've got the fastest man in football. Like do that more. And also like he still needs to be able to run the ball. And that was the biggest difference to me between this Alex Smith and 2015 Alex Smith.
And here's what I'll say, just to bring some like balance to this thing, because it's important to remember the Chiefs still went 12-4, and what's his record as a starter here? Like, isn't it like 40?
I don't know. They're 43-21, but he's
40 and like 19 or something ridiculous, 40-20 or something, right? Yeah, well, it's like 40-20.
Foles want to start. Chase Daniel want to start. I don't know what
40-22.
It's a lot and not very many.
Right. Yeah. Whatever. 41-22. Whatever. My point is, listen. It's also important to remember here before you run them out on a rail that they did take some strides in the right areas this season. The offense was a lot better in 4-minute situations. They mounted some comebacks. San Diego, Denver. He didn't really do it against Carolina, but like San Diego, Denver, like those are huge, like big games.
Especially San Diego.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Where like he did it. His arm, he took chances. He did throw downfield more. Like there were some real shots to Ty Hill that he took and he completed. So he kind of did the 2 things we're asking him to do. The problem is the offense just wasn't consistent enough. You know, like they were so much better just like matriculating down the field last year, being consistent and moving. They weren't as big. They have the big play element now. Now they just have to execute more consistently. And I think one of the ways you can push them to do that is by, bringing in a young gun to motivate him. Mm-hmm. And if he can't handle it, he wasn't supposed to be the Super Bowl winning quarterback anyway. I think this is a good thing, actually.
We still can't. Like, the
let's address Tony Romo. Let's address it, because there's a lot of people talking about it. I don't
like it at all.
I talk to people. For various reasons, I report some things, I don't report others. You know, there's a reason I haven't. All I will tell you is that there's a reason I haven't joined in the Tony Romo possibility stuff. Yeah. There's a reason. Now, that could always change, but he's 37. Yeah. With all kinds of injury issues in Arrowhead Stadium where it gets cold. He will not make it through a season. There is no way he makes it through a season.
Bad backs don't get better. Bad backs with 37-year-old men do not get better. Bad backs with quarterbacks who have 100 and some starts and have been sacked 200 and some times just do not get better.
Well, but I will say this, though. He's got a bit of more of a gunslinger mentality.
Oh, absolutely.
You kind of only need him to be there in January.
If you could play Madden and turn like injury mode off.
It'd be an upgrade.
There's no question that he's better. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, the Chiefs are too good. Like, they're in this weird, like, middle ground. They're too good to give up. They're too good to, like, they got too many good players to give up on a season. And
would you trade Smith for Romo straight up? Assuming you didn't have to give picks?
Just
straight up.
Yeah, I mean,
let's assume that whatever you have to give
so
Dallas for Romo, you get back by trading Smith. Would you do it?
So the Cowboys wouldn't make that. Well, okay, you're saying two different trades. God, that's a really good question that I haven't thought about until right now.
And what if I told you that Watson, Kaiser, Trubisky were there at 27?
Oh, so your quarterbacks could be Romo and Watson,
or Romo and Trubisky, or Romo and Kaiser,
ooh,
or Romo and Mahomes.
Ooh, now you got me intrigued. If I got both.
What happens if Romo's miss 8 games next year? Then you go 9-7, right? Then you probably miss the playoffs. Right?
I don't know. I mean, we're going to talk about these quarterbacks later in the week or whatever. But like, it'd be a big ask from a rookie. But didn't we just see a 4th-round rookie do some things for Dallas? So I don't know. It's not impossible, but dang, man, I don't know. That's pretty intriguing. I don't want to give away like the quarterback draft podcast or whatever, but I really like a couple of those guys.
You won't. Okay, all right.
I don't know. That's intriguing. But there's no way Watson's not going to be there at 27.
What happens if he measures in at 6'1" and 7/8? Let's say he's not fully 6'2". Drew Brees went in the 2nd round, didn't he? Or like the end, like the last pick in the first.
I can't remember if it was the first pick.
Everybody liked Drew Brees as a passer. He was just short.
Yeah.
You know how these teams are. If the quarterback isn't a complete 6'2", if he's not a legit 6'2", he ain't going high. You know how these guys are. I'm just saying. Yeah. They're saying Mitch Trubisky's 6'1" and 5/8. If that's true, he might beat her at 27.
Yeah.
And Watson is listed as 6'2", I think. What is he listed at?
Man, we got to save all this.
I know. My point is, like, what happens if he checks in a little? Well, he's listed at 6'3". But I'm just saying, what happens if he's listed? You know, what happens if he doesn't quite make the grade there? You know?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you never know. But it's interesting, right? I mean,
it is.
But I just don't know if that's how these guys are made. Look, Andy Reid told me at the Pro Bowl, and he's told everybody that to listen. Hey, look, Alex was my quarterback for 2017. Okay, he said that. He said that like it's happening, right? Was he probably frustrated with some of the missed shots? Yeah. But whatever happened between the end of that game and the Pro Bowl, he committed to him for 2017. Now, I've been told that he kind of did, I think he did the same for Donovan or something. Like, what was it, 2009 or something? 2000. When was it? Back when, and then he traded him to Washington out of nowhere.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of the history there. But that would be, Reed doesn't really strike me as somebody that would be overtly untruthful about something like that. Like, why would he just, you know?
He loves Alex so much. Like, I can't remember. Maybe I mentioned this on that Facebook Live that we did. But, like, do you remember there was a press conference where somebody asked Andy, hey, Alex's numbers in the playoffs, like he's had some of his best games in the postseason. Why is he so awesome in the postseason? It was just like this hanging softball for Andy to take a hack at. And his first response was, well, I think he's been really good in the regular season too. Like his first response was like, how is that an insult to my quarterback? I need to defend him. I mean, he is so defensive about Alex. It would just, that would surprise me if they traded him.
Yeah, I agree.
Almost shocked. I think I would be shocked about that.
I agree. All right, before we get out of here, any other positions you think is not Super Bowl caliber? I think we agree on quarterback right now. That could change depending on how Alex changes and grows. But right now, are the running backs good enough? No. Receivers? O-line?
I mean, it's all a floating scale, right? Like,
targets. Receiving targets, including Kelsey.
And including Hill.
I kind of think that's fine.
Yeah, I think that's okay. I think the line could get a little bit better.
They need to improve a little bit.
Especially in the run game.
Yep.
They need to stop the run, man. Like that's. Yeah. I'm going to the other side of the ball here, but they need to be better against the run.
Front seven has to get better. Yeah. Derek Johnson would have gone a long way toward.
Yeah, but they were bad against the run before he got hurt.
Not this bad.
Right. Le'Veon Bell wouldn't have gone for. He might have gone for like 120. Yeah.
Right. That was great. Yeah.
We need to quit.
Yeah, we're done.
But it wouldn't have been 170.
Yep. Okay. All right. Sam, it's been a pleasure. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, man.
Guys, be on the lookout here. We're going to have this Mahomes podcast. We'll probably do more as we keep on going through the draft. Remember to go kansascity.com, all your Chiefs news. Follow us on Twitter. Also remember, rate and review us on iTunes, SportsBeat KC. Go and holler at it. We appreciate it. And for Sam and the rest of the A-team, I'm Terez. I'll see you guys later. Peace.